Today we're gonna do something that I'm really gonna enjoy. I'm gonna be showing you my least favorite look from each runway from season 1 to season 17 on Drag Race. Now, again, this is just my opinion. I'm going to try to explain it as much as I can. We all have different tastes. There's no such thing as a bad taste because taste is opinion. There's no such thing as an incorrect opinion because an opinion is you know what? No, we're not gonna get into that. Don't get offended about any of this. It's just for fun. You'll see that I mostly dislike looks that are either too simple. Luckily, because we do have runway categories most of the time, I can somewhat rely on queens missing completely the runway category or trying to be too smart with them. You'll see what I mean when we get to those. But also just like in general, I don't like boring things or things that are not made well. I'm also going to try to say what I would change to make the look better for some looks, like if I get any ideas. I'm doing this without a script. Wish me luck. These are all of the lovely members that have joined this channel now, and you can also become a member. You can see this video before the rest of the viewers, and you can also watch my exclusive season 18 episode by episode reviews once season 18 starts coming out, of course. But if you're not able to become a member, you can just like the video, comment your least favorite look, or tell me why I'm so offensive or whatever, and make sure you're subscribed. Let's begin with season 17. We're doing this in backwards order again. Starting with the promo looks, it's going to Joella. I hate this blue altogether. I hate this wig. Why is it so low on her head? Whose hairline looks like this other than like Teresa Giudice's? Like nobody's hair looks like this. This silhouette is so confusing because she looks like she's a tiny kid from some angles, but on some angles you actually see her actual silhouette and body. I don't know why she has things around her waist that are widening her. Like she is not going for an hourglass figure, but also why widen yourself in places where you're already wide? You know what I mean? Yeah, all of these blues together, all of the ornaments, all of the jewelry, the boots, awful for this look. This material, awful with this color. Yeah, I don't like this one. For season 17's entrances, it's going to go to Anya. There's just too much happening at every single part of the look. Like the pants, why is this the design of the pants and why are they so simple actually? But then the jacket and the shirt that she has on there, they're so colorful and they're like almost over designed. But then you see the black undergarments there and it kind of ruins the fantasy. And then also, okay, her hair I do like. But the makeup does not actually make sense also with the look. If she was going to go for this, either go with full white look with these like little gold, what are they, like beads? Or you go with this colorful, maybe like a jumpsuit look or something. Yeah, because those two together, they just don't make sense to me. For the masked runway, it's going to Susie Toot. So this is one of those moments where it's like, okay, you're doing too much. The runway category is mask. Why are you wearing a coin that's not a mask, but it's something that completely covers your head? It's also in general, I don't think it's very well done. I like the coat and like the actual outfit in itself, but like the entire presentation I don't like. I don't like this wig. I hate her makeup here. A nude pump where everything else is silver. What are we doing? Is it cake? Crystal. Awful. I don't like any look where a grown-up, most of the time a man, tries to look like a little girl. It's so bizarre to me, and this is so poorly done. I don't know why she was going for these like airbrushed bodysuit looks. She has another one later that is also, of course, going to be like the worst look of the season, but it's like, it just doesn't look good. Like, how did she see this and think, oh, this looks good? Yeah, and also this hair with this. So bad. And like the body doesn't even match the face. Like the face on this picture looks like it's, or rather the head, looks like it's superimposed on the picture. The idea for the look, sure, but the execution, awful. For the Monopoly Design Challenge, I guess lucky. I don't like hate this look. I wish there was an underskirt or like a cage underneath the actual skirt so that it's not just like falling down and like not giving her shape, so that it's like actually more like a ball gown, which yes would still expose her stockings and everything. It would still work with the fantasy. And also this hair, oh, it doesn't work. Quilted runway, Joella. What else do I say here? For the pink runway, it's Lydia. For many a reason. First of all, this is so poorly made. If she wanted to be a dick, this could have been done so much better. Why go for velvet and like fluffy fabric for this? Okay, yeah, sure, you know, she's kind of trying to do something different, but I don't like all of these different pinks together. I don't think that they work together. I mean, the boots are cunty, but like still, what are the boots in this look if like the coat and everything over her is a dick? Then we get to the ball in episode 6, first for the Bathing Beauty beauties look, it's Jules. Where's the body? Then for the sea creature, again, Lydia, it's so fucking messy. She's not the anglerfish. She is wearing like a costume of an anglerfish, or rather that represents the anglerfish. And for the design here, yeah, Lana, because what was she trying to do here? It doesn't even look like she actually spent any time on this. Like, this looks like you can throw on in like, I don't know, half an hour. I mean, weirdly enough, she still looks beautiful here because, you know, it's Lana, but like the outfit in itself, hell no. For the nailed it look, yeah, Crystal. What is this? Why did she do this? This is so awful. At any given other time, I would have been okay with prosthetics. But the bodysuit, fur everywhere, like in places where fur wouldn't necessarily be that thick. Why isn't she completely hairy? What's the concept here? It doesn't work. And it's also ugly. For the Parasols runway, I liked all of them. Whenever we get to runways where I like all of the looks, or where I can't say that I don't like any of them, you know, it's just going to be a heart. But for this one, I love all of them. For the Betsy Johnson design challenge, it's Susie. This pink, I think like suede, or is it a print? I can't tell. It doesn't go with the furs that she has here. I see what she was going with, where she was going with it. The palettes are kind of similar, and they're kind of there, but you can tell that like it's not it. That's not that. She needed something beigey to go, like beige fur or like beige accessories instead of the dark mousy brown that she has on. And also the wig, awful, absolutely awful. Red, like I've said this many times, I don't like red wigs because they never look good. They don't look natural. They try to come off as natural colored hair, which like nobody's hair is naturally that shade of red. It doesn't go with the rest of the look, with the palette. I don't know what she was trying to do here. For the short shorts, I mean, all of them, what are you doing? But Lydia especially. Again, we get it. You're quirky, you're weird, but like, it's short shorts. Why are you meat and muscles and skin that's falling off, but you only have skin around your crotch? But because of the bodysuit, we can't really even tell that it's your crotch there. It's like so, but then you also, you don't have the material or like the illusion there down there on your shoes and on your feet. You just wear like a regular pump. It makes no sense. And again, it's ugly. For the black and white ball, again, I liked all of the looks. For the ugliest dress, so now we gotta think backwards. So which dress do I think is not ugly at all and like can actually come off, or rather like an outfit, and can actually come off as pretty? Sam Starr's look. This could work really well for like a horror themed runway with like minimal differences. I genuinely don't know why she thought that this was ugly. This is like for the That Becomes Her runway, not for the ugliest dress runway. Why? Oh, these pageant queens. Guys, for the makeover, it's gotta be Anya again and her partner. I don't know if this can look good on anyone. The corsets are made of that material that kind of widens the person and makes them boxy no matter what they do. And these wigs are just not it. Like, what kind of, I'm in 9th grade and I watch anime and I'm gonna go to like a anime convention and I want to cosplay kind of a wig is that? For the opulent outerwear, again, love all of the looks. And my least favorite look from the finale is going to be Lucky Star's look. Now, okay, I get it. Lucky Stars, she's going to do like Galaxy and whatnot, but I wish it had been less colors specifically. Obviously, like Galaxies, they're very colorful and everything, but this just looks like a, you know, like a ball pen. And then for some reason, her face, that's supposed to be a star or a moon, or what is it supposed to be? Or like a comet, or I don't know. It looks like sponge, but like a really old sponge that's moldy. Like if this look had just been without the headpiece and she was like really just like beautiful and beat, it would have worked. But I don't know. I don't like the headpiece and anything. My least favorite look from this season is of course going to be Crystal's nailed it look. Oh my god. I mean, there are a couple of like really ugly choices here to be made, but this look, oh my god, this is awful. Like not a single good thing about it. Season 16. Okay, we're starting with the promo and a mandatory meeting. God, all of these different greens, I hate them. Like this puke green on her actual outfit, this sort of bluish green flames that are on her boots, and then her makeup that doesn't match either of the two greens, but then also this darker, but slightly darker, like not really even foresty green, maybe like jade green on her bracelets. It's not good. And then her makeup here, oh no. For the entrance looks, it's gotta be Tsunami. There were like 3 looks where I was like, these are all awful. This look does not fit Tsunami. The bodysuit does not fit her. Even the top part looks like it's falling off and it's not placed where it's supposed to be placed. I mean, maybe it is supposed to be placed there, but like that's such a weird placement because it doesn't elongate her. I mean, her face is gorgeous and I like the hair, but the outfit. No. For the reveal / major look runway, it's gonna go to Geneva Carr because this is giving me like Mystique Summers Madison on season 2 in her country look and be like, oh, this is what country girls actually wear to the mall. And this is like, oh, this is what drag queens from wherever Geneva Carr is from, this is what they wear to the mall. Like, it's giving me that. Purple with this pink, awful choice, and then a darker purple black wig, and also the dress doesn't even hit the floor, like the bare minimum. What a weird length. Then we get the ball in episode 3. First, for the Mother Goose look, I like all of them. I wouldn't say that I particularly love all of them, but I do like all of them. For the significant mother look, it's gonna go to a mandatory meeting. What a weird way to be a sycophant to the judges and do Michelle Visage, but then not do her well. If I were Michelle, I would kind of be offended. And then for the design, again, Amanda. It looks like she didn't do much with the outfit. For the design challenges, I don't want to see a look where I can be like, oh, I can make this, or oh, I know how you made this with like my very, very minimal knowledge of sewing and experience of sewing. Like, no. The prints, this sort of like tropic prints that she has on, the one that is purple and yellow, she paired it up with a different print that's black and has all of these different flowers and colors on there. It doesn't work. Why did she mix and match that? This could have worked if like the blazer, or rather the vest that she has on and the skirt, if those were of one print and then the lining and the seams or rather like the inseam were done with the other pattern in mind. I think that would have been much better. But the way that she did it here, hell no. So then for the Cher runway, it's gonna go to Mhi'ya. For these celebrity-inspired runways, it was kind of harder to pick because most of them, you know, you can't really fuck up. So it just comes down to the execution in the end. And I don't think Mhi'ya did it well. I mean, in general, throughout the season, I think that I don't think she knows how to dress her body. Like here, for example, the tights are ending at such a weird length and the stoning is so off. And then the bra, it's so off. The like necklace stoning so off. The crotch stoning so off. It just doesn't work. And the wig is also really flat. It doesn't work. For the pussycat wig, it's Geneva. Give it a little bit of volume, and I think it would have been a better wig. But the outfit, I think it's unsalvageable. For the doll design, again, it's Mhi'ya. And again, we have that moment of like her not really dressing her body well because her tits look huge, her shoulders look huge, and then everything else kind of she tried to slim down, so she just looks like a blocky Lego man kind of. I don't like this color combination. This pink can work, sure. I mean, the fabric, it's kind of stretchy and just it doesn't look like it was sewn together properly. But then this wig, oh, I don't like it at all. And then with all of that, you have these electric blue, light blue, pastel blue pumps. But then with the pumps, you see that she has the strap on there in the front that's reflective over her matte stockings. No. It's like a design, styling, colors, materials issues everywhere. For the flowers runway, I liked every single one of them, but Tsunami's look. Oh my god, the bodice here. Oh no, I don't like it. I love the skirt, but the skirt should have gone, or rather the body part of the dress, like this could have been like a mermaid dress where like all of this purplish comes down at the bottom, like fully at the bottom, and then there's a train, or it should have gone higher up so that her legs are completely visible, and then also throw away the veil. It doesn't add anything to the look. And also throw away the pink earrings. For the Dancing Queens runway, it's cute. This is one of those ones that are so bad that they kind of become good, but not really. Do I need to even say why this is so bad? It's awful, but I think it's awful on purpose, so good job? Question mark. For the Wednesday runway, I liked all of them except for Mhi'ya's look, because other than the 2 weird like literal sparrows that she spray painted black, what is goth about this look other than being just like, or rather like Wednesday, other than being just like fully black? The wig is also like really bad. The makeup is not doing it. I think with some better styling this could have worked, but putting on 2 like, I think that she tried to make these ravens, but these are not ravens, but like putting 2 black birds on you and being like, ah yes, this is spooky. No, it's not. For the True Colors runway, loved all of them. Love pink. For the 80s Dracon, it's Dawn. Yes, I know that there are clear references to alternative 80s fashion, but even some like mainstream 80s fashion, but I don't like how she put it all together. Usually I like Dawn's controlled mess kind of looks, but here, I don't know. You know what's actually throwing me off the most? It's the leotard, the blue leotard. I think this look could have worked completely without it, or just make it black. And then if you want to have like another color in there, maybe do like streaks in the hair, or maybe different colored gloves, or I don't know, something. I think, yeah, the bodysuit is bothering me, or a leotard rather. Chain Reaction, loved all of them. Lovely gal. For the makeover, it's going to be Saphira and her partner. Both of their shoes are bothering me. Orange with blue underskirt. Why? Why is it swallowing her up so much, but the other one is like so open, the chest and the neck and everything. And the color and the wig. No. For the Fandango runway, it's gonna be Mhi'ya. It's the wig that's killing me, and then the two bright blue fans at the front that are killing the entire aesthetic for me, because the wig could have been just blonde, beige, white, and then have the accessories stay the same color. But then also these fans in the front, make them something else, add an ornament to them, do something. And from the finale, my least favorite look is again Saphira's look. I don't know what she's trying to go with. Orange, girl, doesn't work. You look beautiful in blue. I mean, you look beautiful in most colors, but orange really looks... It's hard to do with clothes, I would say. And also the styling of this, I don't like at all. But my least favorite look from season 16, I think, honestly, yeah, it's going to be Geneva's Pussycat wig look. There is genuinely not a single good thing here. I'm so sorry. In my video about season 15 and my favorite looks there, I constantly talked about Lux and gave her praises, but for her promo, girl, no, come on. Okay, I get it, you're a seatbelt and you're skinny and a model and whatnot, but this is so underwhelming. I don't like this look because it pisses me off, because I know she can do so much better, which is maybe unfair, but also this kind of a look on anyone I wouldn't like. For the entrances, Selena Estides. Why did she do this? Why the... okay, yes, okay, I get it. Cultural references and all that. But you can do cultural references and have them fit your body, have them be a proper silhouette, have them not be just something that it looks like you just threw on yourself. Have it be anatomically correctly painted, because what? Look at the shirt that's supposed to be like her body. What? I hope this is not supposed to be a belly button here, because that's not where belly buttons are. The skirt, hate it. The coat over it, hate it. Not a single thing that I like about this one. For the Who Are You runway, I'm gonna give it to Jax, but it's nothing like too egregious. I don't get some choices here. With her wig, I think it's a little too far down, because, I don't know, her face just looks really tiny here. I mean, I like the bodysuit. I love the zebra bodysuit, and the coat and the boots separately, I think would really work well, but I think it's like too many, well, it's just two different patterns, and if you're gonna do like pattern clashes, do like 3, 4. Why also does she have a camera? I forgot why she had a camera there. I would just fix this by like maybe having the coat and the boots be one color, just be red, and be zebra print with a red accent, and be done with it. But this way it's just like a little too colorful. Metallica, I mean, it's Selena. Like, come on, what the fuck is this? How did she think this was going to look good? And I'm telling you right away, this is my least favorite look of this season, because how do you outdo this? Well, you can outdo this by Selena's beautiful nightmare look, because this is not beautiful. It's just a nightmare. I appreciate what she was trying to go for, but the execution again was very boxy, and it looks like things are just like hanging off of her. Like, I wouldn't say that even that the clothes are wearing her, because I wouldn't call this clothes, but I wouldn't say that they're also wearing her. I think she just put stuff on her body and went out onto the runway. I mean, I like the idea and like the concept of it, but no. For the judges, Carson, Michelle, and Ross Ball in episode 5, I'm giving it to Malaysia, because this pattern with these two different pinks and this half-assed cape, that at least is, like, she did do a seam. At least there is a hem. If she wanted to go for something like this, she could have used the pattern to be the main thing, but then pink to be like just like a little accent color to add on to it. And I think it would have been better. Like how she did it with the hat, actually. For the tie-dye, Jax, this isn't really tie-dye. I see why it's kind of dye because it's like dripping, but like paint, but no. This orange Cheeto bodysuit with neon-ish piss yellow green wig, and then pale blue and green outfit. No, for the puffer again it's gonna be Jax, but only because of the boots. The puffer in itself I like, and I like the concept of using like the bandana pattern and the different colors, and I even like her hair here. Maybe a high ponytail would have been better, but the boots, no. Why do you look like a Michelin man? Like, why do you want to look like that? In episode 9 there was a ball. So first, for the starter engines look, it's again Selena Estides. It doesn't fit her, the jumpsuit. Other than that, it's fine. For the favorite ball, Anetra did the sugar ball, and this is so half-assed. If you showed me this, I would have been like, I have no fucking clue what the fuck this is. Like, what ball is this from? Where's the candy? Where's the outfit, actually? And for the Crystallized Eleganza, ironically, the look that they had to make and design there, I like all of them. For the Beyonce runway, now you all are gonna fight me on this one, but it's Sasha. Go look at Beyonce's look. For the 2006 BET Awards, I think, performance. Sasha's wig, awful. The makeup, not it. This outfit, not well replicated. And also, and I know this might maybe even trigger some people, but if you're gonna go for body and you want to embody Beyonce, girl, the body has to be so right. And like, Sasha's body is right, but it's not so right. We're talking about Beyonce in the 2000s here. Like, hello? No waist, no abs, no nothing. God damn. For the Rip Her to Shreds runway, yeah, I like all of the looks. Yeah, no complaints there. For the gloves runway, Anetra, it's the only look that I don't like because it's so half-assed. Because she's just like wearing a nothing performance outfit and then gloves, and that's it. Oh, also, I just noticed, why didn't she match the shoes with the rest? Why are they randomly like dark gray? Hell no. For the makeover, again, it's gonna be Sasha, sadly. I liked all of the makeover looks, I would say, but something about Sasha's here just, maybe it's like the attempt at no eyebrow look where it doesn't work. Also, it is somewhat the way Sasha's like nude illusion is painted, where like the tits are like too high up, and like nobody's tits start at the shoulders. Maybe it's, I don't know, something just about this look throws me off, but I can't put my finger on it. For the final four, I liked all of the looks. For the reunion, I gotta give it to Anetra. What was she trying to do here? Is it like tentacles? Because it's kind of tentacles, and but why? And why is it so half-assed? From the finale, my least favorite look is Irene's look, because it could have been a little more extravagant. The dress is a little too boring for what it's supposed to be. Like, she's supposed to be a moth. I don't know. I like that she went for something a little more, I don't want to say fantastical, but somewhat, yeah, like fantastical and cosplay, but I don't think it was very well achieved. But yes, my least favorite look is Selena Stidi's Metallica look. Did they not tell her in the workroom, girl, don't wear that. Go out naked, it will look better than this. Season 14, starting with the promo, of course, as always. It's Jasmine. There were a lot of bad looks for Season 14's promo, and Jasmine's, I think, is the worst because it doesn't make sense. First of all, it's half-assed. It doesn't look finished. Who thought that a combination of brown and different pinks, well, different browns and different pinks, were some of those browns actually go into gold? Who thought that that was a good idea? Such an ugly mix of colors. But her face does look beautiful here. I gotta give her props for that. For the entrances, June Jabalaya. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck was she thinking? With these like bad looks, I don't remember most of them. Like, I could not tell you which looks from Drag Race's history I like completely. I have a physical reaction to how much I don't like them. June's look, I remember not liking it. Because why? Why is she dressed like a toddler? What are we doing here? For the show stunning stopping shot, whatever drag, you know, the first one runway that they did, I'm actually gonna give it to Daya Betty. So I like the idea of the look, but I don't really like the execution, because I think that this blue, this red, and this yellow, they're not from the same palette. Like, they don't give you the same visual story, let's say. And she also randomly has this light blue that almost looks silver. ribbon or a string rather, and it's like, why wasn't it just those three? Why the electric blue, or well, more like this vibrant blue wig? It doesn't go with the rest of it. Also, just in general, this sort of like tartan attempt, or gingham attempt, I guess, on the dress, it's not a beautiful combination. It kind of looks muddy. It's just like a lot of bad decisions altogether. In episode 2, we had technically 2 balls. So first for the zebra print look. Cornbread. I may not have been that mad about this look had she had a different wig. For the leopard print evening wear, it's gonna go to Bosco just because I don't like this big scale or large scale leopard print. And also, why are her gloves black? So if everything, literally everything is going to be leopard print, why just the gloves? Why are just they black? However, for the animal print bridal look wedding gown thing, cornbread, of course. Holy shit, this is bad. I mean, it's a bad category. Like, what do you mean animal print bridal couture? Go to hell. But there's legitimately not one good thing about this. Then we had the red, white, blue, and all of that ball. So first for the red resort, I chose DeJa's look, and I literally only dislike this because, well, for 2 reasons. There's no body there, but also second reason, the wig. Why this pink purple color with red? It doesn't go together. Sorry, girl. For the white evening wear, it's going to go to Maddie because I just know that Maddie heard evening wear and was like, ah yes, evening, night, stars and the moon. We're doing that. Is it evening wear? It's something that represents an evening and she's wearing it, but no. And for the look that they had to make the bridal couture red, white, and blue look, it's going to go to Georges because how is this bridal? Whose wedding gown looks like this? Absolutely not. And it's also just, I don't think it's well done at all. Her hair is also kind of boring with this. Yeah, I don't like it. For the jail runway, it's going to go to Orion because of her choice of what she did with the look, or like what look she chose. And also this hairline, it's so low. What are we doing here? For the Spring Has Sprung runway, Carrie literally should have been disqualified for this look. This is so bad. No offense to her, and no offense to her many a fan. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed. She really did go out with this and be like, I can show that I'm scary. Oh, look at me, I'm being scary. It's just messy and it looks bad. Just like the thing that she made in episode 6 for the design challenge. What is this? For the Chaps runway, I actually liked all of them. A very successful runway. The trifecta of Damassery, it's going to Carrie again for putting a heart on the right side of her body. And then even after being asked why the heart is there, she was like, well, because the heart is on the right side. No, it's not. Stay in school. Well, go back to school. But yeah, also in general, it's just like an ugly look. For the shoulder pads category in episode 9, I actually liked all of the looks. Do they all correctly or successfully respond to the category? Not really. But like as looks, I can appreciate them. For the Holy Couture, Georges, guys, your brains are literally like fried. Like it's an actual thing that your brain is fried if you smoke weed while your brain is still developing. And like the fact that it's normalized, that it's glorified and everything, go to hell. For the Mirror runway, I'm gonna give it to Lady Camden. I don't like this look, just how it looks and how it's done. Look at her crotch here. Why is it done like that? I don't know. But also, if you're given the mirror or like reflective runway, why would you go for an outfit that is mostly in a fabric or in fabrics that are not reflective, that are matte? For the Too Much runway, I chose DeJa's look. I don't think it's a bad look. I just think it's basic and it's not too much. It's just an attempt at 2 tutus, so it's not too much. From the top 5, my least favorite look is Bosco's because look at it. And from the finale, my least favorite look is actually Lady Camden's. I think this is her lip sync look in the end against Willow. Red hair, again. I don't like this difference in colors. Like, why is her top part red, the bottom part is this gold orange color? It could have all just been red, or it could have all just been this gold orange. I would have preferred the orangish, yellowish color more because it would look more natural with the hair, and I just think it would have looked better with her skin tone. Red kind of washes her out too much. Yeah, I don't like it. My least favorite look from this season, you know what? I gotta go for Carrie's design challenge look from episode 6. It was either that or the animal printing that Cornbread did, but like Cornbread actually did sew something, and you can see that there are attempts at like a silhouette and playing with colors. It just wasn't successful. I have no idea what Carrie was trying to do here. It's so bad, and it looks like she just like put it on herself in like 15 minutes. Low effort, no thoughts at empty, no talent, but still very successful because, you know. Anyway, season 13. Season 13's promo was, I think, very, very good, but I do still have a least favorite look here, and it's actually like one of the only few looks that I don't like at all, and it is Rosé's look. This wig, first of all, criminal, but just in general also, this look, I don't really like it. She could have gone without the pants that cover her heels, and then just have the dress have her legs exposed, and then, you know, have the cunty gloves and the big poofy sleeves. Or alternatively, have the pants go up to her waist into like a corset, and then have the sleeves connect with the top, like over her boobs, and have that be the thing so that her upper chest and like her entire face is very well framed and like really free of any fabric around it. I think those would have looked good, and also she should have avoided the print in the little dress that she has on there. For the entrances, I like all of their entrances. I think first they did daytime, nighttime looks, right? So for the daytime, it's Candy Muse. This is so bad. I don't know what she was trying to do here. How is this daytime? What is this paneling? What is this skirt? Why is it dropping like there at that weird length? Why the different colors? Why this wig? Why the necklace that's not around the neck? So is it actually a necklace, or is it just like jewelry ornament stuff? I don't know. But the nighttime look goes to Tina Burner and this nightmare of a look. You know what? The thing is, this could look good in different colors, but she was so gung-ho on being red, orange, and yellow that she just kind of ruined most of her looks with that color combination. And also her makeup was really bad this season. Like, we cannot deny it. It looks really, really bad. For the LaMay runway, I gave it to Candy. LaMay? Is it? For the Lady Vamp and Sheer looks in episode 3 for the losers circle. First for the lady look, it's Joey J. Which lady? I mean, maybe like pink. The body chain, that's actually just like a shirt. The furry vest with the belt / corset. The two-tone sunglasses. The way that she did her hair here. The boots with the oh my god, the boots. No, move on. Let's move on. I don't want to look at it. For the vamp look, it's gonna go to Tamisha, because why is she hairy? Why is she hairy? And also, why is she kind of a nun? And also, this panel in the middle is or rather this like silvery bit in the middle is widening her out. And oh, why does she have the like Kermit-esque necklace? No. For the sheer runway, I mean, Rosé, this isn't even sheer. Her makeup is awful here. For the trains runway, there were 3 looks that I really did not like. But the worst one, the one that I think is like completely unsalvageable, it's Tina's look. What is this? Why this blue, and why the red, and why the hat, and why the wig, and why the transparent fabric on her sleeves, and why the gloves, why the black pumps, why everything? What happened here? In episode 5, we had a ball, and some of y'all are gonna get mad when you hear some of my choices here. First, for the blank bag, like something bag look that they had to do, I give it to Tina again. I get it, she's like a beer bottle or like alcohol in a paper bag, but if you want to go paper bag, you go for Tyra Sanchez breathing into it. Do you want a paper bag to breathe into? Like, you go for that, first of all. Second of all, I don't like this execution. The body, T. Yeah, let's compliment her on that. But the wig is awful, the makeup is awful. I don't like the part that's supposed to be like the mermaid dress that's just like a print of different alcoholic beverages, question mark? Or what is she doing here? No. No. For the big bag look or whatever, I guess Tamisha, I mean, I wouldn't say that I liked or that I disliked any of them. They were all kind of meh. I don't really get that category. But for the design challenge, go to hell, all of y'all, Gottmik. Gottmik got away with a lot of shit on season 13 just because she was like the design, fashion-y queen, whatnot. This is not an outfit. I don't fucking care that this is inspired by some haute couture runway, blah, 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 blah. You can make this in under 15 minutes. Just give me like, she used, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called because English is my second language. She used those and she just like put it all over herself. Utica robbed. Oh my god. I hate y'all for trying to convince yourselves and others that this is like a high fashion look. Literally go to hell. In episode 6, they had a little black dress look, and again, it's gonna be rosé because how do you fuck up a little black dress? Why do you add a smoky cloud that obscures most of your body? Is that the point? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. Because also, why is her hair like a loaf, but like a slicked back loaf? Why is her entire color palette cold and bluey and silvery, and then her makeup is pink? What are we doing here, Rosé? For the beads runway, Tina Burner. Oh my god, Tina. Like, girl, what do I say to this? The material is awful. For these colors especially, it does not work. The wig should be burned. Like, Tina burned the wig. For the yellow runway, which yeah, it's one of my favorite runways. I liked literally every single look but Utica's look. I don't know, I just think it's messy. I think it looks undercooked. I see the vision, but I don't think the execution is there. I think the skirt part of this look should have been way bigger, like more voluminous. And the top part, I guess I kind of like. I don't like the little red bits of pattern on the top. And why is she doing this hair with this? Yeah, move on. In episode 9, the Fascinators, of course, it's Elliot with 2 T's flamingo look. Like, this could have been okay, just without the beige fabric hanging there. For the makeover, it's rosé in Tina Burner's look, but especially this one look here, the housewife look. This pattern, diabolical. This red with these greens and this apron, diabolical and evil and horrible. For the Beast runway, y'all are gonna hate me, but it's Candy's alien thing. The Beast is the alien and not Candy, but Candy was supposed to be the Beast. Why didn't she just go as the alien? For the roast, I mean, those aren't really like category specific looks, but I didn't like Rosé's look because the pants make it look like she pissed herself. For the pockets runway, it's Candy, of course, this infamously awful dress. The wig is also awful, and the makeup. For the drag excellence. Yeah, for the drag excellence, quote unquote, runway, it's again Candy. I think by this point she maybe like ran out of clothes, so she was just like, okay, I'm gonna wear all of this. But this is not like either her like best look or drag excellence or anything. Yeah, it doesn't look good. And from the finale, my least favorite look is Rosé's performance look. It just looks like that Crystal Envy, right? Scarlet Envy, Crystal Methyd, but Crystal Envy. Like her cake look. It looks like that to me. It looks evil and wrong. My least favorite look from this season, God. I mean, on principle, it should be Gottmik's bag design look because you people are just lying. But I'm gonna give it to Tina Burner's beads look. I think this just looks evil. This is like Pennywise if Pennywise had no style. Now we're on to season 12, and from their promo, quite literally the only look that I did not like was Widow Wondu's look, because I don't know what she was trying to do here. I get the pants, but not with this wig, not with this top, not with this, how would you even call that? The white thing that she has over her top, and also the white pumps with all of this. It's just like a mix of random things, and I doubt that this is what Widow brought to the promo. Yeah, I don't get it. From the entrance, my least favorite look is Crystal Methyd's look, actually. First of all, it reminds me of that evil Tina Burner look that we just saw, but also these two colors together, I don't think it's a good combination, especially with a differently colored green wig and, you know, obviously with her striking makeup. You're kind of doing too much. Maybe take it down a notch. Then we had the ball, so the fall, spring, and sparkle, right? right? I think, yes. So for the spring look, my least favorite look is Heidi's look, because again, I just don't get it. I can absolutely roll with the headpiece with the fabric falling down there, but it would be also cool like if the fabric was actually connected to the dress and had the dress just been, or rather had the dress not had the pink bralette kind of, or rather the part that's supposed to be like a boob cover. If it were just this entire dreamy psychedelic fabric print and that it's just her face and her upper body being shown, I think that would be like a really cool visual. But yeah, the way that it's done here, it's a little confusing because also the necklace with the beads around her shoulders, it's kind of swallowing her up a bit, or rather like cutting her neck out of the whole visual. And I see that she matched the shoes with the jewelry, but I wish the shoes were matched at least with the pink thing that she has on there, or just like with the fabric, or rather the print of the fabric here. Also, I don't really see how this is spring other than vivid colors. Then for the fall, it's cherry pie. Again, how is this fall? I don't get it. This is more funeral. Why would you corset yourself but then have a fabric that's going to widen you on one side? And also the mix of fabrics is kind of bothering me, and the way her tights are like yellow and then her skin is pink, or rather the undertow is pink and yellow, it just clashes too much. And for the sparkle runway, it's again going to be Heidi, sadly. This dress, lovely. Maybe not the New Delusion. I think the New Delusion could have been done better. The hair with this, it's so not giving. And the makeup. Can't believe I agree with Nicki Minaj. For the Tool runway, it's Jan, because you don't have to be too smart about everything. You don't have to think 17 steps ahead. And then her tool is just the little neon yellow jacket, or is it jacket? No, a vest, sorry. And that's it. For the buttons and bows, it's Jackie. Now, Jackie's entrance look was almost my least favorite look also, because she does this thing where she's trying to look like a kid, or trying to have this sort of kid aesthetic on season 12, and it's just so fucking weird because you're a grown adult. And it's kind of like a sinister Snow White kind of a look, or rather aesthetic, you know, that she's giving. I usually like pink and yellow together. I think it go very well together, but not these shades. Not this muddy, somewhat green, somewhat almost gold yellow with darker pink. I don't think it works well. And also the tiny hat is weird. Maybe I'm not being very productive by using the adjective weird, but I don't know what else to say other than it being kind of weird looking. And also it does bother me that the shoes don't match the pink of the outfit. Also the fabric, it's kind of plasticky. It's too shiny. Yeah, I don't know. Something about this is giving me Uncanny Valley. Now it's the ball in episode 4. And first for the Lady Baller look, again, it's Jan. She thought 75,000 steps ahead and she just lost her way. Lady Baller, it's not supposed to be a lady that is a ball. Stop. For the basketball wife, it's Cherry Pie, because she's not a basketball wife. She's like a coach. I don't like the look. And then for the design, again, it's going to be Jan. All of these different blues, I'm just finding out now, I have a problem with this dark blue when it gets shiny. It reminds me of that Joella look. Was the first look that we talked about in the video. The balls that she has on her arms as like, what, sleeves? The necklace or the collar or whatever, I don't think it looks good, and it's completely cutting her off. If she wanted to go with this aesthetic, I wish she had gone with like a full ball gown kind of a moment down there with the blue, and then just paint your entire skin, like even the body, paint it white, like completely white to really give that sort of aesthetic. But the way that it's done here, I don't know, it's like missing too many parts and bits, and it's too many fabrics and too many textures, too many colors and too many shades of blue, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's really messy. For the capes runway, I don't like Widow's look. I see what she's going for, but I don't know. I don't think she padded correctly, or rather, again, it's kind of giving an Uncanny Valley with the way that she padded here. The wig and the different greens together really bother me, but then the green parts are just kind of throwing me off. For the Frozen runway, I liked actually pretty much all of the looks, but I did have a slight problem with Brita's look because she went with more than just the icy palette and icy colors, and I can understand why she went with that. She probably tried to go for like iridescent effect, So she added all of these pink and yellow and somewhat greenish tones to the dress. But I don't think she needed to do that. I think she would have looked great if it had just been this icy blue color all over. Now for episode 7's Michelle Visage runway, I need to go back to a discussion that we had during that season, which I still remember very, very well, when people were like, oh no, Jan needed to win episode 7 because she did great in the Rusical, and then she did a Michelle Visage look. She was robbed. She was absolutely not robbed, because again, she was thinking 75 million billion steps ahead instead of just doing the assignment. This is not a Michelle Visage look. Is this a look that Michelle Visage wore? Yes, this is a look that Michelle Visage wore to go with the Jet Set challenge on season 7 episode 2 of Drag Race. So it was her kind of like cosplaying as a flight attendant. It is not a Michelle Visage look. Like, do you get the difference? The difference between a look that Michelle Visage wore and a Michelle Visage look? It's not good. The actual outfit, it doesn't fit Jan very well. It does seem like she made it maybe with a different breastplate in mind or with some different proportions in mind, because it's too frumpy. It doesn't fit her well. It's, again, very basic, very simple, thinking too far ahead when she didn't need to do it, and yeah, that's it. For the Black Wedding, lovely gal. Loved all of the looks. For the Stars and Stripes runway, now y'all might think I'm going to go for either Sherry or maybe Gigi, but no, I'm going with Jada. And it's for one single reason only, and it's been bothering me ever since. It's those fucking little Colgate colored curls in her hair. Oh my god, there's something about them. It's been bothering me ever since. I don't know why, but it ruins the entire look for me. For the makeover, surprisingly enough, I liked all of the looks. Can't pick out my least favorite one. For the purple runway, we have Jackie Cox, because I just don't think I get this one. Because if I were told to do purple, I certainly wouldn't be going for red, green, yellow. I think she went a little too overboard with all of the other colors to sell the monster fantasy. Similarly to the Snow White Uncanny Valley moments that I mentioned before, my least favorite look from the top 5 is again going to be Jackie's look. What is this Christmas wrapping paper dress that she has on? Why did she pair it with these dark blue, kind of navy blue but not really, gloves and hair? Why did she do her eyebrows so far apart but also somehow a little too high up? Why the icy blue lip? Why the silver necklace? What was happening here? From the reunion that was slumber party themed, I liked all of the looks. And from the finale, my least favorite look is one of Crystal Method's look. It's this holy shit too many colors and too many shades of the exact same color, and her makeup is bothering me here. It's just too much. Give it up. My least favorite look from season 12. I think, yeah, and this might surprise some people, but it's going to be Jackie's buttons and bows look. Something about it looks evil to me. I can't put my finger on it. It just weirds me out. And again, Uncanny Valley feeling when I look at it. Now we're moving on to season 11, and starting with their promo, there were a lot of bad looks there. I don't know what happened there. But my least favorite look is actually Vanjie's look, because even though it is a very interesting palette, and I think it would have been a better look had the pink parts been blue, everything on her, like her skin tone and then her hair and her makeup, it's all very nice and warm. So if you give it that blue to give extra contrast to it, I think it would have looked better. I'm gonna give myself an assignment to actually just change this pink to blue to see what it would look like. Here is what it looks like. Do we agree that this is better? Question, I don't know. From the episode 1 entrances, I'm gonna give it to Kahana. I just don't get this look. What is she trying to do here? And then also the tights are really poorly stoned and kind of ugly. Also, why this bottom bit with the skirt? I don't know, I'm weirded out by all of it. From the design challenge, I mean, of course it's Soju. It's barely an outfit. The mix of colors is so bad. Why did she just not do the tulle as her only fabric? Instead of giving her this non-existent shape, I think it would have been much better if she had just, like, let's say, do the pink top and then the lilac bottom that kind of poofs out and gives her like a very nice ball gown shape, or like a, you know, like a bell shape. And then also, obviously, with that, you would need different hair because these colors all together are very alarming. What was she doing here? For the Zodiac runway, it's going to be Kahana again. I am very upset that I have to give a yellow look worst category in anything, but this just looks messy. This, I mean, it's kind of a caftan maybe, or just like a robe. It's not fitting well, which like you can say, oh, but that's the point. But then it's drooping in all of the weird parts. And then even the gold that she put on her chest, it kind of just doesn't read with the rest of the look, and also the black straps. Awful. From the fringe runway, I liked all of the looks except for Mercedes's look, because what the fuck do you mean neon green fringe, a pretty basic outfit, might I add, with this weird bra thing that's also kind of camo, and then you go with red hair with that? What the fuck? For the orange runway, it is going to be Scarlett's look, actually. I see the vision. I know what she was trying to go for, but I think that the dress is too short. The top part looks like it's too low. Her hair with this just does not make sense. I think it's a styling issue, but also I don't think the outfit was made well enough. But I do like the pattern on the outfit, on the skirt, rather. Well, I mean, the actual fabric in general, I think it's really cool. Then we get to the episode 5 ball, which I do think is maybe the worst ball. Actually, no, season 3's Muddy Ball to me is the worst ball in Drag Race history, but like this may be like the second worst. So for the trampy trick-or-treater look, Sugar, what are we doing here? This troll doll, chromatic, and I love how she couldn't even match the body. The bodysuit's color to her face. Something there does not add up. Maybe figure that out. For the witch look, actually, yeah, I'm fine with all of them. I can't say that I dislike any of them. And for the MILF Eleganza, again, it's sugarcane. What is she trying to do here? So she's the devil, or, you know, she has horns, but she also has bones in her nose. So it's kind of going for like a witch doctor kind of a vibe. But then also she has the goat skull, so it's kind of satanic. So she is both Satan and a Satanist and a witch doctor, but also she has these like bird skulls around her neck, which is kind of like, oh, she's also a plague doctor, but then she also has this poorly made outfit beneath, because first of all, okay, again, red hair, horrible, worst thing ever to happen to humanity. The skirt that's not even a skirt, the random feathers that she added on her shoes and on the belt to, I guess, kind of have like a cohesive story, none of it works. For the gold runway, it's Nina West. While I would appreciate the campiness of this look, I just don't think it was done well, because why are the boobs so comically big, but like not comically enough that you're like, oh, okay, cool, so it's supposed to be funny, but then also why does she have another boob on the belt where her belly button, I guess, should be? Well, it would be a little lower, but you know what I mean? And then also the nude illusion, that did she need to have it? No, you did not need to have a nude illusion here. Nothing is hidden here unless it's just like a Halloween costume, so it comes with that. I don't know, so many bad decisions here. For the farm to runway design challenge, I gave it to Vanessa. God, this is barely an outfit. I like what she did with the ropes as a top, but I hate the wig. I hate the fascinator that she made. I hate the skirt that she made. Those are like the only two successful parts I like the heels and the top part, but then the rest is so bad, because like, why didn't she just continue the rope thing with the skirt? But then also she would have to fix the makeup, because why is the makeup blue? I guess maybe to go with the skirt, but the skirt is gray. I don't know, so many weird decisions here. Next, for the sequins runway, I liked all of the looks. For the face skinny runway, I mean, of course it's going to be silky. What? Guys, come on. I like that she's like, oh, she's the fly slash cockroach, but then she has the head of a fly on her head, but then she just has her face covered. Why doesn't she actually wear a mask of the insect? And also this leather, or I guess, is it leather? Like fall leather? Latex, it's not forgiving when it comes to her body type, and yeah, it just doesn't look good. For the Captain Runway, of course, Akira. What else do I say? For the makeover, I'm going to be a little homophobic here, but it's Nina West and Sugarcane. Like, these looks are not salvageable in any way. At least Suga's look, since the wig, I could see this working somehow, because it is like a concise palette and concise look, but you can't really do a rainbow look well. It's hard to do it well. Nina just had these looks ready. Like, she thought that these were good choices. Hell no. For the top 5 best drag runway, I chose Vanjie because this is absolutely not her best drag, but we do know that these later, or the runways rather in the later episodes where when they don't have specific categories, it's just queens wearing what they have left, and she probably did not have much clothes left, so it's not her best drag, but also even without looking at that, I think it's just an underwhelming dress. And from the finale, my least favorite look is actually Silky's lip syncing look. I mean, of course, it was supposed to be big and not fit her well because it had stuff underneath it and everything, but yeah, it just doesn't look good. So my least favorite look from season 11, I'm going to give it to Sugarcane's MILF Eleganza look, because like I said, there is not a single thing here that's right, not a single good idea. Even season 10. First from the promo is going to be Dusty. They did her so dirty, they gave her this, and she needs to get something checked if she thinks that this is a good look. Though, based on her facial expression, I don't think she's even feeling the look. For the entrances, it's Calorie. I just think it's really basic. If you're gonna go with denim boots, maybe go for also a denim overcoat or something like that. For the design challenge in episode 1, I also again gave it to Dusty, because what is the vision here? Is she a tin man or tin woman witch? Why is red the accent color? Why is it so big? Why is there no shape? Why is the train not even a train but just something that hangs off her ass? Why this wig? For the best drag, I'm gonna give it to Yua. Maybe she was like, okay, I'm gonna keep the good stuff for later in the season, because we know that Yua has some really good looks, but this look, it's not a best drag look, and why would you pull this off in episode 2? What happened? In general, again, even without the category, I don't think it's a successful look. The ruffles are kind of too much and they're eating her up, and they're this very nice and beautiful dark blue color, but then the bodysuit is, I guess it's sequins, and it kind of goes into green and turquoise colors, and it's like they're two different types of blue. They don't go well together. But then also in her hair, she has another shade of blue that is lighter, but also I don't like her hair with this. And also a turtleneck in drag? I don't know about that. And the fishnets. What happened there? For the feathers, oh my god, again, it's Dusty. This is terrifying. This could work. White and dark green, I think it can work, but it needs, let's say, a black wig. Also, the placement of the feathers is very weird because it's kind of too low, so it widens her. It adds like a circular shape around her body instead of, you know, not doing that. I think if she wanted to do that, the feathers should have been lower and they should have been more horizontally placed around her hips and maybe even around, well, not around her waist, but around her hips, definitely to give her like a skirt effect. But also I don't think she should have used all the light green that's also sparkly green on her outfit. It just doesn't look right. And yes, the makeup is also insane, and yes, also the red hair, it's also insane. Just an insane look. For the ball in episode 4, first for the winter look, which is just like bathing suit looks, I mean, it's Monet. She looks like she eats cigarettes. For the summer runway, which is supposed to be like coats and stuff like that, I like all of the looks. Yeah, no complaints there. And for the Martian look that they had to make there, it's Asia. Of course it's Asia. It's an unfinished look. This orange and the lilac together don't go well together. It's not a good combination. But conceptually, I think it's a very interesting look. I wonder what it would have looked like had she had more time to do it. Or rather, had she not been helping everyone to make their looks. Now for the denim and diamonds runway, I'm giving it to Blair St. Clair because, again, it's a grown adult trying to pose as a little girl. It's very weird. I hate using that adjective, but it is giving like kind of, you know, like weird. For the Hats Incredible runway, I again liked all of the looks. But for the mermaid runway, yeah, it is Mohart. Yeah. If she maybe had the time to add a bra instead of a nude illusion, and had she had a different wig, maybe it would have worked, but the way that it stands, no. For the Glitterific runway, I like all of the looks except for Monet's look. I think there need to be more stones, like they need to be chunkier to actually properly show up, but if they are chunky, I don't think that the look would look as okay as it does here. I don't like that the look does not extend down to her feet. I've always had a problem with this wig, if it's a wig, question mark, with this tiny little bit of hair or whatever it is sticking out or poking out on her forehead. And also I don't like these earrings. For the Grandma runway, it is Eureka, partially on principle because she should not have been saved here. Absolute nonsense what happened in this episode. But partially also because it's kind of just boring and She just kind of threw on a random outfit that she probably did not even think to use for the grandma runway and put on a white wig and was like, oh yeah, I'm a grandma, and glasses, of course. I don't think much thought went into this look. For the makeover, again, on principle on one hand, it's Eureka because of low-key racist strategy that she had for this episode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch it and go watch Untucked. But also, these looks are just boring to me and an ugly aesthetic. I don't get this pageant queen loaf on the head aesthetic. It doesn't make sense. And the thing is, Eureka did her makeup on Frankie kind of in the same proportions that she does it on herself, but Frankie's so much smaller and had such a smaller head than Eureka that on him, he looks insane, while Eureka's face does look beat and it looks good. And again, like I've said, the outfits are very boring. For the good twin, evil twin runway, I actually have two different queens now. For the good twin, I chose Eureka's look because it's literally just like a Cher Horowitz Clueless costume, but in different color. And I hate this. I just woke up and I have to piss yellow wig. And the evil twin look, I gave it to Miss Cracker. We knew that there was supposed to be like a prehistoric runway on season 10 and that the queens on there used, and like they were really tired by the top 5 episode, and they used some of those prehistoric looks for the actual good twin, evil twin runway. But like, why is she evil? Because she's prehistoric? And even if this was her prehistoric look, I don't think it's a good look. I think it's there are too few bones around her. I think if she wanted to go for the bone motif, she needed to have so many more bones, like maybe even make the skirt completely be out of bones. Her hair is awful, and also, why a dark purple lipstick? That makes no sense. From the final 4 episode, or rather the final 4 runway, loved all of the looks. Well, liked all of the looks. And from the reunion, I had to give a nod to Calorie's nightmare of a look that this is, because like, okay, so the print, sure, but then you throw on the black undergarments and you just add unnecessary additions to the look. But then also this like Marge Simpson blue color hair, so bad. What a bad combination. From the finale, my least favorite look goes to Dusty Ray Bottoms yet again. I see the vision, I see what she was trying to go for here, but you can see here, the dress does not fit her well. Then I also don't like that the outfit is half red, half black. I think if she wanted to have little red, it should have been like a little, just like tiny little details. Maybe have those little gloves be red with her nails being red. I also don't like her hair here. I think the hat is a little off. The earrings, I will never like these kinds of earrings. And her makeup is somewhat better here, but I don't think a black lip works well with this look. Like, that should have been red. My least favorite look from this season is going to the lovely Dusty and the Feathers runway look, because again, it just looks insane. Good God, we're already 1 hour in and I'm not even half done. Let's get right into season 9. Their promo, my least favorite look is Cynthia Lee Fontaine's look. I think it's very messy. I think she's trying to do too many different styles, but also she's using too many different colors in her look, especially given that this promo shoot theme was monochrome or monochromatic. And she's over here with a dark purple wig with an indigo top with tulle skirt that's actually light violet or kind of lilac with periwinkle and also dark blue tulle as well underneath all of that, and then also dark violet heels. It's too much and none of it is done well. My least favorite entrance look is Trinity Taylor's. I think, well, I mean, excluding the look that Cynthia came in, I like all of the other looks, like actually like the entrance looks. Trinity's look is just very confusing. This print with the cutouts is too much. It adds too much color and too many shapes to an already busy look, even though it's not actually busy, it's just because of the print. And this wig is a crime. Yes, I think that's a very nice way to put it. For the first look in the pageant where they presented their hometowns, I chose Eureka's look because every single queen presented their hometown in a good light. I don't know why she thought that this was the best approach. And listen, I'm not opposed to like disgusting, gross drag. I think it can have a very great effect when done well and when there's like a purpose behind it. What's the purpose? Criticizing your hometown? Okay, move. And for the Gaga look, it's Peppermint's look. First of all, this is not a Gaga look. It is a look that Lady Gaga wore, but this was Lady Gaga paying homage to David Bowie. So it's more of a David Bowie look than a Lady Gaga look, but at the same time, I don't think Peppermint's execution of it is very good. I mean, it's a nice coat But that's as much of a compliment as I can give to the look. It's not awful, but it's just more of a technicality and a bit of an execution why I chose it. For the white party, it is yet again Cynthia Fontaine. We yet again have this thing where she's trying to do too many different things at once. So she has the stoned dress, but the sleeves are not stoned, and it's only stoned somewhere mid-thigh, let's say. And then after that, it's stoned or it's sequins, I don't know, in straps with like one sheer white strap and then one sequin strap, and then it goes down to the bottom like that. But then it just doesn't work because it can kind of seem like it has a mermaid effect, but a mermaid gown effect, but it does not because it's too high up. It starts too high up and it doesn't flare out enough. And then also, I don't know, the feathers are kind of like a random addition or seem like an afterthought in the look. Now for the princesses, my least favorite look is Sasha Velour's look. Aja and Eureka actually did so. There's some thought and some aesthetic put into it. Here, it just seemed like Sasha had this cage and wanted to try to do her big brain moment of like, oh, it's a bird in a cage, and also, oh, I'm an ugly but a pretty princess because I have a unibrow. This isn't even a dress. Like, she just kind of put a couple of cutouts into a piece of fabric, put her head through it and her arms through it, and then just put some like dangly red bits and was like, yes, this is an outfit. Honestly, I think her character that you see at the bottom right, I think that it saved her from being in the bottom 3 because good God, I hate this look. Naughty 90s, it's absolutely Cynthia. Again, too many different things at once. I often have a problem when somebody wears a full white or full black look or just in general has more than one black or more than one white piece of clothing or something that they're wearing and the whites or the blacks don't match up. The wig is horrendous and then her completely like black makeup, it just doesn't work. Either go with full black look or full white look. Don't go, this like mix, I don't think it works. And it's just kind of half-assed also. Also, I hate the necklace. For the faux fur runway, so on one hand, on principle, it is Shea Coulee's look. This is on one hand, barely a faux fur look. There's like barely any fur there. Secondly, Alexis Michelle carried that challenge on her back, and then she did not get the win because of her runway look, even though Shea's look is also not that impressive, and it's also somewhat half-assed. I mean, yes, a lovely print, a lovely mix of colors, even though I think there are too much of them, and I think it's too colorful. It doesn't seem concise. It seems like it's too many, kind of like with Cynthia, what I've said so far, too many different ideas going on at once. And yeah, I hate this mix of colors. I think it's a very bad palette. For the Madonna runway, it's going to be Aja's execution of this look. Nothing crazy. I just think she could have finessed it a little more. For the big hair runway, it's again Shea Coulee. I've had a problem with this look since I saw it, however many, 9 years ago or so. I don't like how her fur looks like it's dirty. It looks like it's supposed to be this light pink colored fur, but then it looks like she hadn't washed it. She spent too much time outside and like rolled around in dirt or something. I don't know. And big hair, is it? It's not really. This is like regular hair for most drag queens. I also hate I wouldn't even call it ombre. It's just literally like black and then random pink in her hair. That also, I don't think goes with the bodysuit, which has a different, it's more like a metallic color palette. And then on top of that, she has these straps down there. I mean, her shoes with straps that are green? No. Absolutely not. For the roast, even though those technically aren't category-specific looks, I want to point out Alexis Michelle's look simply because, well, actually for two reasons. One is because she did not paint her hands to be green. And then also, the pads that she used for her tits, they have such a weird texture, and you can tell that they're pads, and you can tell that they have a non-skin-like texture, and it bothered me, again, ever since. Club Kid Runway, it's Nina Brina Brown, just because it is very half-assed. Do I think this look could have been better? Yes, and I think that she actually showed on her Instagram how this look could have gone. I wish it had been painted completely pink, but then the rib cage and everything, I wish it had been like black or gray. The tutu or the skirt needs to be so much bigger, like so much larger. For the makeover, Trinity and her partner. Oh my god, I hate this aesthetic, and that's literally the only reason why I don't like it. In episode 11, there was a ball, and for the the rainbow category, my least favorite look is Alexis Michelle's. We have all of the things that I don't like. The red hair, the rainbow print colors everywhere. That's it. For the sexy unicorns, it's Peppermint's look because it just looks bad. Why the cap with the like spikes? Why is the main color of her, let's say fur in this case, or like, you know, of her unicorn, why is it pink and white? But then she has golden hooves and a golden necklace for some reason and a golden horn. I mean, with the horn and everything, like sure. But then also she has blue lips. Messy, very messy. For the Village People design look, I mean, yeah, it's Alexis Michelle. She kind of got screwed over by getting that category to work with. I don't know how you would even do this category without going into cultural appropriation or being insensitive or costumey, or I mean, I don't know, maybe like working with furs and the print that she used for her skirt, but yeah, I don't know. And also it has to be stated, this wig is so bad. From episode 12's top 4 runway, again, this is something that I've had a problem with since I saw it for the first time. Trinity Detox look, and it's pretty much just because of the hair and the way that she did her makeup here. From the reunion, I liked all of the looks except for Alexis Michelle's. If everything is black and then she has these turquoise or like light blue, silver, reflective moments in her outfit, why the dark red hair? Makes no sense. From the finale, my least favorite look is Eureka's elephant realness, and it's literally only because Darienne Lake did this look a couple of times before and she branded herself the Elephant Queen, and then Eureka swooped in and stole that trademark from her. Oh my god, girl, be a little original at something in your life. So my least favorite look from season 9 is going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be Cynthia Lee Fontaine's naughty 90s look. It doesn't even look like a look that should be on the runway, and it's so messy, and it encompasses pretty much everything I've said that I've had a problem with in all of the other looks, where it's like too many different things at once and not concise enough of a concept or of an execution. So imagine me, a young lad of an undisclosed age, following for the first time a season of Drag Race from the beginning, from Meet the Queens cast reveal until the end of it, and it's season 8, and I'm just starting my journey with drag, like watching it and everything, and I see this look by Robbie Turner. How I stayed watching Drag Race and how I've done this YouTube channel and everything, I don't know. If I had been a little weaker-willed, I would have tapped out after seeing this, because this is terrifying. What is this wig? What is this dress? From the entrances, my least favorite entrance look is Cynthia Lee Fontaine's look, just because I don't get what she was trying to go for here. And from the design, it is Robbie Turner's look yet again. Why did she choose to go for white for something that's about to go around her waist, when that is the part that's supposed to be cinched in, so it needs a darker color? And then also, what is this bra, and why did she use the little doggy treats on the bra? And the dog bag, goddamn, and no, such an incomplete and unnecessary, I would even say, look. In episode 2 for the movie premiere runway, yeah, I mean, it's Layla McQueen. It's either her or Dax, but honestly, I can see somebody wear what Dax wore on a red carpet or like a movie premiere, maybe with some better execution, but like what Layla is wearing, it's so bad. And she did say in her interview with Maddie that just came out recently that she did not have a look actually for this runway, so a friend just randomly gave her the look, the dress, which makes sense because it looks like Layla has no idea what she's supposed to be doing in a dress, and it's an ugly dress and it's an ugly wig, and why this makeup with it? For the Roller Girls look, now y'all might come for me for this, but it's Acid Betty's, and let me tell you why. It is yet again Acid Betty going overboard with something that could have been a great concept. So okay, we start up there, the mohawk, really cool, the mask, really cool, the makeup, cool, the hairy shoulder, okay, we're going into a weird territory there, but like, sure, yeah, I see the vision, I see the things that she has on her forearms and like the sleeves, cool, yeah, let's do that. The body makeup, hell yeah, and then a bondagey sort of leathery corset that's not even properly zipped up, and then fluffy shorts, and then Hot Topic black and red tights, and then knee pads that are actually metal that look more like a hat hazard rather than something that could help. And then socks over the stockings over the roller skates. No. From the neon runway, it is, yeah, ChiChi's look because it is a nothing look. But again, yeah, we know what it is because ChiChi did not have the resources for the season. But at least she has a concept in it. And her Madonna runway is also my least favorite because the execution is just not there. For the Wizard of Oz design challenge, it is of course Derrick Barry. I mean, Robbie's look was not good either, but like at least Robbie's choices make sense. The execution is just bad. Derrick's choices, I'm like, what are we doing here? Okay, you have the bodysuit, sure, but like, why don't you make it maybe like a tight dress or something like that? Why do you have the dicks on your shoulders? Why the sheer fabric that you're posing as a skirt that you just kind of like wrapped around your body? Why this hair with this? Why this makeup with this? I can appreciate that she has like a heart on her lips because she's the Tin Man, but nah. I also chose Derrick's look for the black and white runway from episode 7 because, yeah, okay, you had a reveal, but then what? Neither of the two looks are good. In episode 8, we had a ball, and actually, for the first two categories, for the baby drag and for the That's My Mama category, I liked all of the looks. Now, I did mention a couple of times here that I don't like it when grown adults try to look like kids, like little girls. Somebody might be like, but then, okay, how did you like all of the baby drag looks? Because they're campy. Because it's so clearly supposed to be a joke and it's not supposed to be taken seriously, which, yeah, I like all of those. And also all of the That's My Mama looks very nice. But yeah, for the design, it's Derrick's thing that she made. Did she really think that she was going to win or like do well in a design challenge where she's just wearing a corset and that's pretty much it? In the top 4, my least favorite look is ChiChi's look. I think that the dress is not cut low enough. It kind of makes her look boxier in the top because the slit is so high up. And again, we have tits that are anatomically not where they're supposed to be. I don't know, I'm not just a fan of this pageanty drag type of aesthetic, and I don't like these earrings or her hair for that matter. And from the finale, it's a look that I have mentioned in one of the previous videos or maybe even in this one. It is Naomi Smalls' look from the red carpet finale. She looks scary here. This dress, lovely gal, but the way that she did her makeup and then this hair with it, it kind of just washes her out completely and it makes her look kind of scary even. But yeah, I don't know. I've had a problem with this look since I saw it like 10 years ago. My least favorite look from this season, and I think we could say maybe like objectively the worst look of the season, Derrick Barry's Wizard of Oz look. Like it's iconically bad. Season 7 had some iconically bad fashion moments, and part of it is because of the way that they casted this season, with half of the queens being very fashion oriented and the other half being very theatrical, old school queens. Starting with a promo, my least favorite look is Jaden Dior Fierce's. Now, the thing is, this promo is often clowned on as being the worst or one of the worst Drag Race promos. And while I do think that it's on the weaker side, literally, I was looking at those looks and I was like, well, this is actually fine. Like, most of them are fine, not offensively bad. Jaden's I only chose because I don't like how her dress appears to be dark gray instead of completely black. I think this look would have been better without the jean jacket. But since she does have the jean jacket on, I don't like this dark red hair with it. From the entrances, it's also Jaden Dior Fierce's look, but because it's a rainbow, that's pretty much it. For the autumn and spring runways, first for the spring, it's Sasha Bell's look, because I am very confused. So she has this, I want to say maybe like attempt at a Chinese fan, but then the dress has this red, green, and blue print. I can't really tell what is on there. Maybe it has to do with the fan, but still, the red on her dress does not go with the red on the fan, and her wig is this violet color, which does not go with anything, and it's a bad wig. And then with all of that, she has these blue pumps, which I guess somewhat go with the blue in the dress, but yeah, not enough. I think it's too many colors, too many ideas that none of them ever land. And for the autumn looks, I actually like most of them. The only one that I didn't really like is Mrs. Kasha Davis's look. That's just because, well, on one hand, how is this autumn? But also on the other hand, I think it's just really basic. Jet Set Eleganza. I mean, it's Sasha Bell, of course. For the bearded runway, it is absolutely Ginger Minj. Other queens that had worse beards, I would say, had better outfits, but Ginger has a bad beard, a bad wig, and an awful outfit. This print is criminal. Did she buy this? I don't know. And I don't like this dark brown, but it's not even like a nice rich brown color corset with these like giant purple and orange stones. And then the giant like flower ring that kind of matches with the thing in her hair. Ooh, so bad. Like the worst of the pageant kind of drag. I also chose Ginger's look for the green runway. I get that the thing that she has over the skirt is like a coat that flares out a bit, so it's not actually like two skirts one on top of the other, but the fact that there's this illusion of it is why it doesn't work. And her proportions here are weird because it's like, where are her hips? Where do her legs start? Why does the bottom skirt end like at knee, or just like this weird shin length depending on like where when she's walking, where it stands? Why are they different greens? Why this wig with this whole ensemble? Oof, I do not like anything here. For the award show, it's Katya. The color of this dress, lovely gal. The dress itself, not very lovely gal. The wig, oh my god, what the hell. For the Dead Becomes Her runway, it's of course Kennedy. I think there are a lot of runway looks or runway categories on season 7 where we all can agree what the worst look is, and Kennedy admitted this herself. She had this outfit somewhere ready and she kind of pigeonholed it into the That Becomes Her category. It's so ugly. And why are her lips stoned? Oh, she crystallized. What does that mean? For the leather and lace category, it's again Jada Dior Fierce. I do not like this top. For the conjoined queens, again, yeah, it's Jaden and Tempest together. Yeah, Jaden was dealt a very unfortunate hand here, having to go with the tallest queen while she's maybe the shortest or the second shortest with Ginger. I think she did the best that she could, but yeah, this is not a good look. For the ugliest dress, again, just like on season 17, we're going to do the prettiest of the ugly dresses to answer what my least favorite one is for this runway category, and it's Pearl's look, because this is not ugly at all. I think this is a very cute look. For the Prancing Queens challenge slash runway, I'm giving it to Ginger just because I don't like the right part of her look. So the like drag part, the woman part, if you will. In episode 11, there was kind of a ball. So first the queens presented their Hello Kitty characters on the runway, and my least favorite one is Pearl's because this is just Madonna. But for the design, yeah, it's Kennedy. Katya's at least is more intricate. Kennedy's, I'm just so confused. Why the ribbon around her neck? Why the one on her shoulder? Why the glove on one hand but not on the other? Why does she have, I think it's leopard print stockings? Why the bodysuit? Just why? Why the mask? Why this wig? From the runway of the top 4, actually, I like all of the looks. And from the finale, my least favorite look is, well, Kennedy's. This is like pageant queen ultimate boss. So we have the full body gown, and then we have not one but two very problematic prints on the look that are supposed to be matching, I guess. I prefer the black one with the white and gold details. I wish the entire look was more like that and more like to the body. I hate this sculptured hair, the way that it looks here. Why the random pink streak in the hair? Her mug, yeah, I mean, she looks bald here, the way that the hair sits on top of her head. Bad choices all around. You know what? Originally, I said that my least favorite look is Kennedy's That Becomes Her look, but hell no, it is Ginger's bearded runway. Kennedy at least sold that shit, and you can say whatever you want. For a dance costume and the way that the bodysuit is made, it's actually very well made. Ginger's bearded runway look, there's genuinely nothing good about it. Season 6 starts off on a very good note because I like all of their promo looks. I don't think I can say that I dislike any any of them. From all of the entrances, it's going to be Magnolia Crawford's entrance look. Similarly to that, Kelly Mantle's design look. Yeah, the bacon and the skirt that's barely staying on, and why is there a random bit of brown beneath the said bacon? In episode 2, they had the best drag runway, and looking at Darienne Lake, is it? No, it is not. We know that this is not Darienne's best drag, but also, again, even without that category, I think that this look is pretty subpar. The gown, I guess, sure, but like, where's the shape to it? It doesn't exist. Why does it have a cape, and why is it so just like haphazardly thrown on? Why does the dress not hit the floor or do anything really interesting? From the Tony Awards red carpet runway, I liked all of the looks. Good job. For the RuPaul runway, it's Laganja. I don't know, I just think she looks a little crazy here. But she also looks crazy in the Crazy Sexy Cool runway, which again, that runway category does not make sense. Yes, I know that it's a TLC album. I made an entire video about that thing, how it doesn't make sense. Like, what do you mean? Is it the point to be hip hop or 90s or crazy or sexy or cool? Like, what's the deal with all of that? She looks like a fucking mess. Why is she a pirate? From the black and white runway, it is Jocelyn Fox in this fart of an outfit. I wouldn't even call it an outfit. For the Drag Queens of Comedy stand-up challenge, which is not a runway, but, you know, still we had some looks there, it's Laganja. Yeah, too colorful, too all over the place. Doesn't seem like there's actually a visual story that she's telling. It just looks randomly thrown on, and that's it. For the Animal Kingdom runway in episode 8, it is again Jocelyn Fox, because what animal? Is she just like animals in general? Because like she has zebra print and she has feathers and that's it? Huh? I hate this red hair. I hate that she paired it with a different shade of red for her pumps. I hate this skirt. I hate this belt. I hate this top. The little jacket also. I hate her makeup here also. For the makeover, Darienne. Both of these look really bad. I mean, do I even have to explain why this look is bad? In episode 10, there was a ball. First for the Banji category. I'm giving it to Darienne. God, this blue hair with this holographic sort of fabric for the bodysuit, where it's not even like a properly fitted bodysuit, though again, yeah, it's Banji, it's not supposed to be maybe completely fitted, but still, is it fit or fitted? Never mind. For the executive realness, again, Darienne Lake is just too pedestrian. It's not even like mall drag to the point where it's campy and fun. It's just pedestrian. And then for the design, yeah, a Darienne sweep. And for the top 4 look, again, it's going to be Darienne. Oh my god. I actually kind of like this shade of blue here. And I think that this dress could be better had it been more properly fitted, or if it had been a little more interesting. Boobs down, maybe sleeveless. I don't know. This hair with this, why does she looks 75,000 years old with the hair? I don't know, dude. And from the finale, my least favorite look is Jocelyn Fox's look, because again, she looks like a real housewife, and that is not a compliment in this house. But I think that my least favorite look from this season is... yeah, I think it's going to be Laganja's crazy, sexy, cool look. Because, okay, yes, there are a lot of Darienne's looks here, but we can always kind of understand that it is because, you know, she is a plus-size queen. There's less clothes made for them, especially during the time of season 6. And for design challenges, they really were not fair for plus-size queens on Drag Race. And it's like, Laganja at that point was what was she? Like maybe 20-something-year-old, fit, able-bodied completely person. And it's like, you chose to wear this? You brought this? Season 5 from the Goddesses promo shoot. My least favorite look is Serena Chacha's look, just because I don't really understand it. I'm getting some maybe Hindi or something like that influences here, but I don't know if that was done on purpose. I don't like this orange. I don't like her hair here. I'm not really crazy about the makeup either, to be honest. From the entrances, it is going to be Penetration's look. It's that sort of floral print, and they think that that does the look. It doesn't. I don't like the makeup. I don't like the wig. It's, again, also somewhat pedestrian, but not like funny mall drag. For the design in episode 1, it is, yeah, Serena Chacha. Because who else is it gonna be? I see what she was going for, and I think she could have done it better, but it's just really messy. For the best drag runway, y'all are gonna be shocked shocked, maybe. But my least favorite look is Ivy Winter's look. Because, okay, yes, you have a stunt. You're walking on stilts and everything, and that's really cool. That takes a lot of practice, talent, work, and all of that, and we can appreciate that. But we can also say and admit that this is an ugly look. So the actual, like, dress that she has on, lovely, with the leaves or feathers, I guess, in her hair, lovely. If there was like just like a pump with that, I think it would have been really cute. And then you throw in the butterfly wings. I'm guessing it's butterfly wings that are hot pink and black, that don't go with all of these greens. But then you also have like these like flowers that are your stilts, because you know you're a butterfly and you're landing on flowers, I guess. Too colorful, and the stunt does not blind me anymore from seeing that this entire look as a look is not good. From the pink runway, it is Coco, because again, a grown man trying to look like a little girl. We're not doing that here. It's fucking weird. For the Devilicious runway, so this is the sister look to Laganja's look from season 6. It's Jinx's look. Look at this. This is horrendous. Why did she pack this? Why did she have this, first of all? And why did she hear Devilicious since she was like, yes, I'm going to be a black and white, maybe pirate, maybe diva, maybe a dance costume, maybe a fried white wig? What the fuck? For the Deadliest Snatch, I'm actually gonna go with Alaska's look. She just literally is carrying a trout or whatever the fuck that kind of a fish is. That's it. I mean, of course, there are some clear Little Mermaid inspirations, given that she's wearing a somewhat of a mermaid dress, or rather like a mermaid skirt, and it's green and her top is pinkish, so you could say that it's like Little Mermaidy, but like this look is so bad. Take away the fish and it's just, again, a bad look. With the fish, it's still a bad look. For the favorite body part runway, it is this horrendous look by Jinx for me. What is this gold fabric? Why does it look so crinkly and ugly? And then you have the black, what is it, like rooster feathers there, but then that black does not go with the hat. And the hat has a gold heart on it, and then also she has gloves, but the gloves are also a different shade of black, but she has silver jewelry, even though the only other color is gold. And then this wig. For the roast, I actually liked all of the looks. For the company spokeswoman for the perfumes, scents, whatever they had to create, it's actually going to be Detox. Company spokeswoman for what company exactly? This dress, I don't like it. I don't think it fits Detox properly. It looks like it's supposed to be, so this sort of cinched part with the black around her legs, it looks like that should be around her knees, but then the actual dress is too small on her, so it just looks higher up. And then beneath that, you have just like black underwear, and that's it. Not into it. For the Latin eleganza runway, it's gonna be Alyssa Edwards. It is a very ugly outfit. From the makeover, my least favorite look is what Jinx had made or had prepared for her makeover partner. But I don't necessarily hate Jinx's look, it's just the partner look that she has there. Well, that's not even a look, it's like a blanket that she threw over her. In episode 11, we had a ball. So first, for the Sweet 16, I liked all of the looks. For Executive Realness, I liked all of the looks. However, for the design, for the candy thingy that they had to create, it's Jinx. I see the vision, the Santa Claus reindeer candy canes thing, but I think the execution is very poor. And from the top 3, my least favorite look is Roxy's look, because this puke green and this dark purple with this swoop of a hair. What the fuck, Roxy? I mean, at least this color combination is giving villain, and it's like she is the villain of that season, so like at least she dressed the part, but meh. And from the finale, my least favorite look is this horrible nonsense that Jade Jolie wore. What is it exactly? So it's a unicorn, but she also has blood going down the middle, and then like rainbow cloud earrings, and then what? Hell no. Bad. But my least favorite look from this season is absolutely Jinx's Devilicious look. It was this and the favorite body part, both Jinx's looks. Hate them so much. Season 4 will bring us something new, and you'll see pretty soon. So from the promo, my least favorite look is Latrice's look, because I just don't get it. What were they trying to do here? It was supposed to be like futuristic kind of drag. No. The bra that's being held up by these two black straps, they're just like hanging there. The silhouette is bothering me. The forearm armor question mark is bothering me. These boots that we're going to see 75,000 times, I'm like, okay, kind of sure, but maybe go for silver. Why are her lips stoned? Why the blue contacts? Why the crown made out of these like sculptured curls? Why this makeup? Why the wig? I don't know. Least favorite entrance look goes to Dida Ritz. Again, pedestrian, but not funny pedestrian. It's just kind of like, you've walked into a Drag Race worker wearing this? Okay. And then for the design, again, it's gonna be Dida Ritz. I actually like pretty much all of the looks from the post-apocalyptic runway, and it was between her and Alyssa's look, but at least Alyssa looks good in her look. I wouldn't say that Dida looks good in this, and I don't think that this is particularly hard to make. Then for the girly girl, it's Latrice, because who is this 40-year-old secretary? Gold and platinum, Madame LaQueer. Why did she do this? Why the boob windows? Why the puke green hair with the puke green blotches on the middle part of her, or like the middle panel on her look? Why this fabric? Why? Just why? From the red carpet runway, again, it's Madame LaQueer with the puke green runway. What the hell? Is that like her favorite color? It does not look good on anyone. And also, this dress does not look good, period. It's so weirdly cut. It's barely sewn. It's just no. The hair also needs just like a tiny little bit more volume. From the Just to Impress runway, I actually like pretty much all of the looks except for Fifi's look, because who's gonna be impressed by this? For the Pride Parade float thing, design thing, hell no. Like, those aren't really looks. We're not gonna talk about them. Skip all of them. For the Dragazines, it's going to be jiggly. Kind of like with Madame LaQueer's dress before, it's barely like a sewn dress. You know, you have the top part, okay, and then the bottom part, like the skirt part of the dress, just falls down, and that's it. Lovely color, but also jiggly looks really tiny in it. For the frenemies, holy shit, this is a low resolution screenshot. It's going to be Fifi's look, the angel look. I just think it's messy. For the inaugural ball in episode 9, it is Latrice Royale, simply because of this corset and that fucking necklace. For the makeover, hell no, I didn't like any of them, so choose whichever one you like. It's the worst one. Then in episode 11, we had the ball, and then first for the daytime doggy park, it is Fifi. What is this Nicki Minaj cosplay trying to be passed off as daytime doggy park? Who would wear this during the daytime? Or ever, for that matter? Purple and hot pink, go to hell. Then for the pooch in the purse, it's Latrice, because like, look at the top, look at the skirt, they're two very different stories being told here. Look at the actual purse, it's a totally another story. And then her wig, it doesn't go with anything here. And for the look that they had to design, it's actually going to be Fifi's look, because it's a lot of like smoke and mirrors. She got the biggest dog and she got a lot of this like, you know, brown fabric and everything. And if you actually look at it, most of the stuff that she has on literally looks like it's just thrown on. And I don't like how she styled it and how she accessorized it. It's a no for me, dog. Best drag look, not a single one of them. I hate them all. Yes, I did choose Sharon's look as like my favorite, but it's like my favorite out of the bad ones. If I had to choose my least favorite, literally pick any of them. But I think it is, again, because it was late in the season, the queens did not have much clothes left, so they just wore what they had, again, left. Whichever one, I don't care. And from the finale, my least favorite look is this look by Sharon, because it's not even a look. It's like a Katy Perry type of campy, which is just kitschy and nonsensical. But my least favorite look from this season, of course, is going to be Dida's entrance look. And I know what some of y'all are going to say. No, I'm not going to choose Rebecca Glasscock's entrance look from season 1 as the worst look from that season, because she at least looked good in it. Season 3 starts off on a good note because I liked all of their promo looks, and I cannot say that I disliked any of them the most. However, from the entrances, it is this Nightmare by Yara Sofia. This could have been a good look, in theory. I like this black and white print that she has on the skirt, but I don't get the top and why it is so far up. Like, why is it cutting her neck there in half? I hate her makeup here. This wig is atrocious, and the length of the skirt, it could be longer. longer or like shorter. I think it's at a very awkward length. And also, of course, the blue contacts. Horrible. My least favorite look from the design challenge, it's of course Shangela's look. I see what she was going for, and I think that this could have been done better, meaning that with some more skill, I think this could have worked to an extent. But yeah, it's just very, very messy. For the future of drag or Futurama, Glamorama, or whatever the runway category was in episode 2, my least favorite look is again Yara Sophia's. This puke green that kind of shifts into gold, I do not like it. I don't like Yara's makeup here either. Again, she goes with the contacts. Again, she goes with a collar or like a necklace that's completely covering her neck and keeps everything so busy. I don't like this silhouette of the outfit. The wig, I could appreciate if I could actually see all of the intricate bits of the hair that are made there. Yeah, this look just kind of looks like a big booger. My least favorite look from the extravagant runway, it's again Yara Sofia, because what is extravagant about just like being in a bikini? Meh, not much, and it's not even like a good bikini. And again, she has that thing where she's covering her upper chest and neck area. I don't like this wig at all. It's clearly falling, it's not staying up, but I assume that it's supposed to be staying up a little bit. I don't get this mix of colors. Again, I don't like her makeup. I don't know why she's going so hard on black lipsticks or just in general like a black lip. The white contacts with this make no sense. Yeah, I think it's just very messy and very kitschy actually. Favorite drag look, it's Stacey Lane Matthews. Oh my god. This is kind of like more drag because it is kind of funny and I can appreciate it for that. But come on. Favorite? For what exactly? We've come a very long way on this show. For the cake design, again, it's going to Stacey. It's mostly just because of the makeup and how she styled her hair, but also the actual bodysuit that she made. I think it needed some more trinkets on it, or it needed to be more accessorized or styled a little better. I think it's nice the way that she made it, but yeah, it's a little too simple. For the stand-up challenge, I guess Carmen Carrera, just because like it's not really an outfit, you know, like a fat suit or whatever. I mean, the weird thing is her with this coat on, very glamorous and very lovely looking, but yeah, not the fat suit. No. Least favorite patriotic drag look goes to Shangela, just because it is a little too simple. Maybe I'm missing a reference, but yeah, too simple. Especially compared to all of the other looks. From the RuPaulapalooza, where they sang a version of Ru song in different genres, well actually they performed it, I liked all of the looks. And same goes for the first category in episode 9's ball, for the classic hairstyle. I liked all of the looks that they presented there. However, for the modern red carpet look, Alexis Mateo, what the hell? At what red carpet is this? I don't know what I hate more, the dress, the gown, or her hair. They're both such extreme levels of kitschy that I just don't get what she was trying to go for here. Again, what red carpet? And for the look that they had to design with the hair, it is of course Shangela's look. I can see what she was going for. She went for something more tribal and whatnot, but she could have done a little more with this. Maybe instead of just having hair drop down and be all and that be it, I think she could have braided the hair or braided pretty much everything that she has there to at least have some sort of a pattern going. But the way that it stands, yeah, not a fan of it. In episode 10, they had the makeover, and my least favorite look is Raja's look. I like actually this leopard print dress that Raja has on, but why pair it with a black shirt underneath it, and why this wig with it? It just doesn't make sense. And then if you look at her makeover partner, it literally looks like Raja was just like, oh, okay, give me whatever animal print you have and I'll put it on her. Yeah, this hairstyle on her makeover partner, also not a good idea. And then also pair all this up with a pink flower? Hell no. In episode 11, we had another ball, and first for the swimsuits that they performed in, yeah, I didn't like any of them. You can choose whichever one you like. I will agree with you that it is the worst one. For the cocktail attire, I guess Alexis Mateo, I don't like this dress. It looks like wrapping paper. It looks like it's supposed to be giving Christmas, but obviously it's not doing that. I don't get the hair with this. Well, actually, maybe the hair maybe makes the most sense with the category and with everything else, but no, yeah, just simply not a fan of the look. And for the design, actually Yara Sofia, yeah, I think it's so busy. I think she has too many things on. on. And after reading that one book about the first 10 years of Drag Race, it's so interesting that going into the challenge, Yara was the production choice to win it and then to go on to win the entire season. But then because Raja protested because they did not have enough time and they were very tired, the other girls were able to bring their material and work over the prolonged weekend. So they actually were able to upgrade their looks and actually finish them in more time. But Yara had already finished her look and she did not have any more material left. So she was just left with what she had made in less time, which kind of unfair for her. But then also I think that she should have thought forward and not used everything and not piled on everything. But yeah, it's just very busy and too much. And from the top 3, my least favorite look is Manila's look. First, we have this, again, puke green color, which I absolutely hate, but I also don't get why she has a crown on her head or like a tiara, but then she's actually supposed to be wearing this look in order to get crowned. Makes no sense. My least favorite look from season 3, I have to give it to Stacey Lane Matthews' favorite drag look. It's so pedestrian and it's so messy and she doesn't even look good in it. I mean, she looks like she's happy in it, which I'm very happy for her, but yeah, not into it at all. Season 2's promo does not start good because my least favorite look from the promo is Shangela's look. Well, this look of Shangela's. I can appreciate an outfit where you have only one sleeve and only one pant leg thing, but why the tassels? Why this material? Why the random cutout on the side of the part of the outfit where it's actually just shorts? Why this wig? Why the blue-violet contacts? She looks kind of crazy here. For the entrances, it's gonna go to Mystique Summers Madison because, yeah, I mean, just, like, look at it. It doesn't even, like, fit her, which is a problem, you know? And it's too pedestrian. It's too mall drag. It's mall drag, but she doesn't look good in it, is what I'm trying to say. And yet again, we have that diabolical evil black lip. Like, it really rarely looks good. For the design, it is going to go to Zahara's look because I don't get what she was trying to go for. Why the white skirt, but then the sort of belt corsety thing, why is it turquoise? Then why the print on the bodice, but then also there are some random dark blue moments. And then, okay, so she has the necklace, kind of, but only 3 rings she has around her waist. I don't know, it's kind of half-assed, and I think it needed more time. For the high-class drag in episode 2, I chose Jessica Wilde's look. This is diabolical. I just don't like this kind of an aesthetic. I don't like her wig with this. I don't like the fascinator / the hat that she has on. The gown in itself I don't like either. The color is so undefined and it just doesn't really work for me in the way that it's styled, with the flare starting so high up and then the stoves being so far apart but then still so chunky. It's giving kitschy. For the country runway, I mean, yeah, Mystique Summers Madison, what do we say? Like, iconically bad. For the personal style, I gotta give it to Tatiana. Now, okay, yeah, she does look beautiful here, absolutely, and I can applaud her makeup. I can say that I appreciate that she has this gradient on her eyes that's going from violet to blue because she has the violet and blue feathers in her hair, but then also she has the little violet, purple, whatever, skirt or shorts. I think it's a skirt, but then like the outfit in itself, it's nothing really. I see that she went for that sort of like metallic moment, but it needed more time in the oven and it needed more ingredients. Absolutely. Least favorite wedding gown is also Tatiana's, just because I don't see that she did much with it actually. I don't like how the fabric in the skirt just like flaps down and it kind of gives her this angular look, you know, to the sides at her knees and then with the cut that she made between her legs. Yeah, overall, I don't think design challenges are Tatiana's forte, as we will see later. For the rocker chick Pandora, oh my god, I hate this look. Why did she think that orange and black was a good choice and combination? This wig, I can almost excuse it if it did not have the orange bits in it. And also, why orange makeup? Why did she hear rocker chicken go for that? Like, literally, if it had just been red, I would have hated it a little less. I would have still hated it because of the print and because of the accessories and how she styled it. But orange? I chose Pandora's look also for the novel couture because I kind of don't really like animal print when it's non-animal colors. And I don't like that instead of it being just like a, you know, a regular little gown, she has the bra or the undergarments, whatever, showing. I mean, she looks pretty here, like her face and the wig, I like that, but the actual dress that she's wearing, I don't like it. For the makeover, again, it is Pandora's look, both for her and for her makeover partner. The tassely red things that she has there that, okay, yes, give color, of course, but also they give dimension and texture, and it's just, no. She clearly knows how to dress herself and how to do her makeup and everything, but like just her style and her aesthetic, it's not something that I particularly enjoy. In episode 9, we had a ball. So for the teen diva, I liked all of the looks. I think they did a very good job there. For the press look, I gave it to Jujubee. So who is this school principal, maybe teacher? It doesn't really give me even like executive realness. It's just giving me like a middle school teacher, middle-aged middle school teacher who is not really sure what's happening in her marriage, but she should definitely be on some sort of a list. And for the look that they had to make, it's Tatiana. I see where she was going with it. And if she had actually had more knowledge on how to create this look, I think it would have ended up looking fine. But even fine does not go against or cannot go against the other 3 looks. I mean, the thing is, like, she looks pretty in it, which you can't say for most bad design looks or design challenge looks. But yeah, as an outfit, as a look, it's not good. And from the top 3, my least favorite look is Jujubee's. I don't like her makeup here. I don't like her wig here. This dress, I don't really get all of the different off pink colors in a way, the star necklace, the little flowers there, just what's happening, and then the floral print of the corset, and then the poof of the skirt that kind of looks like petals. I can see what she was going for, but yeah. No. My least favorite look from season 2, yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to be Mystique Summers Madison country look. If it had not been that, it would have been either Jessica Wilde's high class drag or Pandora's rocker chick look. But yeah, how do you defend Mystique's look here? Oh my god. No, she needs to be back with an all-star season, I would say. And we've finally arrived to season 1, starting with their promo. The actual promo shoot, I liked all of the looks, but for the promo where all of the queens are with Rue, I don't really like what Bebe's wearing. What is this hat? What is this milady look that she has on? That's it. For the entrances, my least favorite entrance look is Tammy Brown's look. Like I've said, yes, Rebecca Glasscock's look is pedestrian, it's small drag, it's unforgivable, but she at least looks beautiful in it. I think that Tammy looks absolutely insane here. This dress, I don't like it at all. I don't like her wig with it. And this mint aqua green color with pale yellow heels, why would she do that? What was the thought process there? For the look that they had to design, I mean, of course, it's pork chops look. Nothing more to say, nothing more to add. We all know that it's iconically bad, but like, at least it's iconic. I know it might sound crazy, but I do think that I know what she was going for here, if that means anything to anyone. Then for the girl groups looks, my least favorite one is Bebe's look. Yeah, that wig. It's evil. For the Dress to Impress runway, I don't like Chanel's look at all. I think it's gaudy, kitschy. I think it's too much. I get it, it's Chanel, but like, no, the breastplate with the vines, and it's kind of Medusa, but also not, and she also a tree. It's too much. Then for the Mac Viva Glam, I mean, of course, it's Rebecca Glasscock's look. I remember when she was like, oh, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna show them that I'm different. And it's like, maybe don't. Like, it's a Mac Viva Glam, it's about makeup and everything. Why not just be a glam, a glam girl? Why not be big and beautiful and femme and whatnot? For the makeover, I didn't really like what Bebe and her partner wore. I actually like her thought process there to be like, okay, I'm gonna do something that's cultural to me, and then I'm gonna do something that's culturally relevant, rather, maybe, or culturally representative to my partner here. But yeah, together the looks, they don't really mesh well, and I actually like more Michelle's look than Bebe's look, which is not what should happen in a makeover challenge. And then in episode 6 there was a ball. First, for the swimwear, I think that they all look lovely. Can't choose my least favorite one because, again, I think that they all look good. For the executive realness, I'm gonna go with this one, I guess. I don't really get the shirt. What are we doing there? What are we doing with that? But other than that, yeah, it's fine. And for the design looks, actually, I like all of them. I can't say that I dislike any of them. So yeah, I can't choose my least favorite one. And this might be kind of anticlimactic, but I don't have a least favorite look from the top 3 because I think that they all looked good there and they all represented their drag very, very well. We're ending it kind of on a not hateful, not sour note. But my least favorite look from this season is actually going to be Chanel's Dress to Impress look. Now, maybe I was a bit unfair with some previous design challenge looks because, you know, the queens have less time, it's stressful, maybe they're not that good at sewing or designing and everything, so that's kind of not their challenge. But like, Chanel brought this. Chanel had this and she was like, I'm gonna bring it and I think I'm going to look good, and she did not. Not in my opinion. No, no, no. However, out of all of the season's looks, my least favorite one, goddamn, there are a lot of bad ones. Let me take a look at all of them again. It is a little unfair because all of those earlier seasons, the fashion there, it was not on the same level as fashion is now. So I think I should be harsher on these newer seasons. But yeah, I'm gonna give my least favorite look to this look by Tina Burner. How do you wear this on season 13 of Drag Race? How does nobody see this and tell her, girl, no, this is bad decisions all around, bad design in general? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. Holy shit, this is very long. Thank you for watching if you made it this far.